Beautiful music for the innocence of the soul. Flow as the river flows, flow as the river flows. If you want to flow as the river flows. The world say thank you. Let the world say thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to Samadhi Game. Today we're broadcasting on day 7?
Maybe.
Day 6 of an 8-day retreat. And every day we've been building a little bit more of that joy, that essence. It's actually a pressure of light. You just keep pressurizing. You can choose all sorts of things during the day. You can choose to play in the trees or on the grass, or you can choose to play in the pool, or you can choose to sit in front of a TV and slouch, and so what we choose actually builds a momentum in our consciousness, in our awareness. And every day we've been choosing light. We've been choosing to say the words of enlightenment for ourselves, affirm them for ourselves, and do some processing that has the essence of ourselves at its core. And that's what Samadhi Game is. Samadhi Game is this path of enlightenment, which is very easy. These songs we've been listening to today are they're children's songs. They're designed for children, and the innocence of a child. And we can be that innocent too. We can actually live like that if we so choose, and give our gift from that place of innocence rather than from a place of egotistical power.
And have hope.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be jaded, right? Play like a kid.
Today we have with us Christy Lamariana. Christy's been a good friend of mine for over 20 years. I would say it has to be back in the 80s.
Since 95.
Since 95.
We met in 95.
95. Well, almost 20 years. And she's just been there for me through the turns of life, and she's been a constant of happiness and a constant support for the path of enlightenment. And so we invited Christy today to come. Christy has 4 beautiful children.
Yeah.
Would you say their names for us? Because the names themselves tell you about Christy.
So I have 4 boys: Christo Satya, Bodhinanda, Judah Jyoti, and Valentino Mani.
So that is a huge... it's almost like reciting mantras.
Right.
So we can... good morning.
Hey.
Welcome.
We could make chants out of their names.
Yes, you could make chants out of names. In fact, their names are chants.
They are.
And so maybe we can get another chair and pull it around there.
I can sit here. Good morning.
Hi, I'm Christy. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So we're all joining
Christo
together.
Satya, Bodhinanda, Judah Jyoti, Valentino Mani. Play!
What's their kids' names? There's 4. Hold on. Sorry. I'm really rude. There.
No, we're doing great. So we're talking today about the innocence of a child and how all the world is my friend. And you were talking earlier about how children don't have a concept of time. They're always looking for the next birthday. They think the birthdays, they prepare immediately.
Always. That's right.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, I think that kids just live in a place of joy, and they don't yet understand the concept of time, and they haven't agreed upon the same time principles that we have. And so my boys are always thinking about the next theme of their next birthday and what Santa Claus is going to bring next, and it's always just good. And we were just talking a little bit earlier about time in general, and time and space, and how it all happens simultaneously. And for the kids, it's just so innocent and so free.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. So we have a Samadhi game. I thought we'd take us to that. And Samadhi game is about that too. Samadhi game is about experiencing the now rather than past, present, or future. It's about, well, actually, it's about staying present with the now. And all of the affirmations bring us back to an understanding of the presence of the now within us. So let's go and let's give an affirmation together. As we give these affirmations together, there becomes a resonance between us who are here and a resonance between us who are online with us, a resonance between us who are online and listening to the archived version of this, because it's on the archives. It'll last for about a year, and then it gets wiped out because there's only a certain amount of...
Unless you put it on YouTube.
And or unless I pay...
It's actually, some of these things go straight to YouTube, because my parents saw them on YouTube.
On YouTube. Well, we have to spend a day then
And do that.
just
Okay.
putting them on YouTube, because it takes a while to select
many.
them, and we have so many. There's hundreds of broadcasts that we've done, and but they're all archived. And when people tune into the archive, they tune into the vibration of us. They tune into the vibration of what we're doing now, and it becomes now for them.
Did you name it already?
I did. It's
Okay.
already named.
Okay.
So let's go give the shadowless light of Samadhi its feeling, tone, and state of knowing. This is a mantra which is like a mandala of words. I'll just say one other thing. In the New Age community, or in this burgeoning awareness that is coming upon the planet, we have things like angel cards and affirmations that people give, and they'll pick out an angel card, and then in the morning they'll get up and they'll pick up an angel card and they'll say, "Oh, that's my affirmation for the day." Mm-hmm. Well, that's great, but it's only one little teeny affirmation. What Samadhi Game does is it takes a lot of affirmations kind of like that, and it places them in a mandala of affirmations, so that there is a concerted pressure that builds around the grouping of these affirmations, creating a real pressure of light for us. And it brings us more powerfully than just one mantra can do to the center of being, which is that Samadhi self. So join us, and let's go ahead and give these mantras together, establishing that resonance and getting back to the innocence of a child as we do it. And I'll put it up here on the screen for you. And I'll put this over so you can see it a little bit better, because that's about as best we can do here. Together. O glorious shadowless light of eternity, that brilliance of I am Samadhi, shining in the void as 10,000 suns, descend, 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 as the tangible substance of loving splendor, dazzling intelligence and palpable power for all to absorb and identify with, as the full and only authority throughout the earth, the boundless treasure house of the universe, and our infinite I am Samadhi, of scintillating fire and dazzling light, that I am. I release the power of mastery without limit now, revealing the self and flooding forth perfect miracles and all activities, bringing to pass the enlightenment of the ages, and letting every being on earth sense and surrender to the intimacy of this light. Everywhere, the fullness of this self expanding as love, wisdom, and joy forever. Now, great songs of praise and gratitude burst forth from the heart of humanity for that silent splendor poured out to all. Now, pure love flows forth from the heart of the secret love star, drenching the earth with the glory and ecstasy of golden pink liquid light. Wait 1 second. We're saying these things, and just how much of a child do you have to be? How innocent do you have to be in order to believe that pure love is flowing forth from the heart of the secret love star?
Yeah.
The secret love star, drenching the earth with glory and ecstasy of golden pink liquid light. Now, children, Can you
Willy
absorb
Wonka.
that? Can you? This is where we are. We are innocent as children today. Can we absorb this truth?
Yes.
Can we understand?
Yes, please, please.
Yes.
That this is where we are now. It's not happening sometime in the future. Once upon a time is now, John. Now is the time. So let's continue on with the mantra.
Okay, but in real voices.
I kind of like the fairy voice.
I know, I do too, but
And the kids love when we do
course.
play voices like that, accents. and
Yeah.
everything. Let's all do something trippy.
Yeah, let's trip it out.
Okay, let's try it. Oh my God.
You want to be the fairies?
Oneness is supreme wisdom. Blaze and joy.
Casting emotion and in return we got absolute perfection and forever dwell.
Okay, that was fun. That was fun. You could write it. That's a nice little storybook, and I'll put pictures to it.
Yeah, it is.
That'd be nice.
This is the story. This is the story of your true self. Your true self lives in this state, and unless we affirm it, we get so caught in the density of the yin yang flow of the dual human ego. It's all dual human ego here. It's not dual human ego ain't bad. It's just that it's dense, and it holds us back from realizing who we really are.
Yeah.
Our true self, our true nature, is this innocent, beautiful self which has all the joy, the love, and the power as well. So these fairy tales are real. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And as we say them to ourselves and remind ourselves of the glory of who we really are, because we get so caught up in putting a roof over our heads and having food on the table and making sure that everyone knows who we are and whatever else we have to do in life, that we forget how we are already these infinite beings. So let's go on. Let's give these mantras again. Now, I am limitless gifts of all good things, anointing the earth with abundance, healing, and happiness for all mankind. O presence of a shadowless light from out the great silence, we identify with thee now. I am the elation and exhilaration, freedom and liberation of this eternal experience and gnosis of samadhi, its ecstatic hearing, blissful feeling, cosmic sense, sublime taste, and immaculate vision, holding all safely within that compassionate diamond heart forever. God, can you imagine a world where it's all these cosmic sense, sublime taste? It's such a wonderland. It's a wonderland we're living in. We're affirming that for ourselves. And as we do so, we build a momentum, and everything else in our lives becomes attracted to that. Everything else, you know this. Everything in your life, Christy, becomes this glorious kingdom of childlike innocence as you play with your children, and everything that's drawn into that, the people that come to help, the people that work on the house, the friends that come to visit, everyone's drawn into, oh, it's playtime. We get to play today. We get to realize life again as this innocent flow. Last night, we went to this this place where they were playing music, and we danced. And Robbie and I, when we dance, that's how we dance.
We play.
We play. We play and we dance like children.
I love it.
Yeah.
We don't
play,
yeah,
and we're
but
not,
he knows how to like whip me and put me back like a yo-yo. Out, and I don't know how, but I don't miss a beat. I'm usually very uncoordinated.
You're channeling your inner dance.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Excuse me for a minute.
And let's go on again to some more of this, these affirmations. O presence of a shadowless light from out the great silence, we identify with thee now. I am the elation and exhilaration, freedom and liberation of this eternal experience and gnosis of samadhi. Again, it's ecstatic hearing, blissful feeling, cosmic scent, sublime taste, and immaculate vision, holding all safely within that compassionate diamond heart forever. I intensify this feeling tone of I am shadowless light in acknowledgement, acceptance, and awareness, surrender, devotion, and adoration for this state of knowing that this all-pervading I am samadhi, the intelligence of the heart that is divine illumination. And now we really get to put on that little child. How often do you see the child rushing for their, if it's a little boy, he wants to put on that cape.
Oh, yeah.
And put that sword in his hand and run through the house going, I am a knight in shining armor, and, or I'm a policeman, putting on the badge. I'm a fireman today, And so this is the opportunity right here. We have this blank. Let me show you the blank. It says right here, right here it says, it says I blank. And here you're supposed to pronounce a name for yourself. Say a name. I'm Christy Lamariana, Mother Supreme, or whatever it is that comes to your mind.
She already is that. So you have to go higher.
Yeah, you have to even go higher, and you call out a name, something that's imaginative for yourself, that takes you beyond where you are right now.
Okay.
It could be, I think I have it written here for myself, just as an example. I call myself the Ascended Master Gregory Donald Brinkley, living super yogi brilliance.
I love it.
And and you say something like, how audacious is that to call yourself an ascended master?
Yeah.
But I mean, in this world, but you are. We all are, in the essence. So we have to get that essence out, and we have to start living by the essence. Otherwise, it lays quiescent and waits and waits and waits. No more waiting. It's all now.
Yeah.
We're not going to wait for enlightenment any longer. Enlightenment is when?
Now.
Now. It's when are we going to have enlightenment? When? Now. And when are we going to claim our divine self?
Now.
So we'll just say this word here. I, the Ascended Master Gregory Donald Brinkley, living super yogi brilliance. Well, yes, but you all have to say your names
Okay,
too.
do yours, Robbie.
I'm Robbie, full of hope.
Robbie, and what else? You always say that. Something more.
I do say that. I am. I don't know. I can't say it. I'm too embarrassed. I'm the dancer's delight.
That's right. Okay.
Don't be embarrassed for children right now.
It's true.
I am the dancer's delight.
Yes.
Okay. And
I'm Kathleen Fulljoy.
Yay.
And you are.
I am Swami Angel Fairy Goddess Christy Lamariana.
Mother of.
Mother of Christo Satya Bodhi Nanda, Judah Jyoti Valentino Mani, wife of PJ Lama.
Yes!
I am Mrs. PJ.
Mrs. PJ, right on.
Beautiful. Beautifully done. And then we say, as is, because we want to liken ourselves. We want to remember. Let me just come back here. We want to remember ourselves as the great ones. As everyone remembers the great ones. We have a tendency to put the great ones on a pedestal and say, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, they're all, they stand heads and shoulders above us. They're the only ones that can attain to the dimensions of superconscious awareness and enlightenment. That's the general consensus. I know none of us here really believe that. But we say in this mantra now, we've identified ourselves as this great being of light with this name supreme. And then we say, as is the Ascended Master Jesus. As is the Ascended, we are saying we as the Ascended Master Jesus, as Krishna, as Kali, as the Devas of the Jade Temple, whatever it is.
Divine Mother.
The Divine Mother, Father. This is the correspondence that
We're all in the same team?
that makes Samadhi games so
Equivocally different than everything else.
different than everything else.
Can I tell you something interesting about when I
Yes.
was pregnant with Christo?
Yes, go ahead.
The
I'm
first
expecting.
child, it happened several times during the pregnancy. We would be in town. We lived up here then. We'd be in town. And we would leave, and the smell of jasmine just wafted from my being. And it was really the Divine Mother coming through me. I mean, it was weird. We would leave, and the people we were with would smell it coming off of me.
Well,
and it was...
What? I mean, literally, because sometimes I smell like pineapple, and sometimes I was smelling like butterscotch. Literally, we smell like butter, right?
Yes,
Well,
we
that's the
smell that too.
playfulness. That's the butterscotch. And
But I mean, like,
playful.
who's got an ice cream sundae? And it was
coming
me.
from you.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And
So
the
you've had-
senses are you're just channeling that energy
sweet
and
smells.
that element,
Mm-hmm,
that element of smell through yourselves.
Yeah, and you know, all of the senses, we have a tendency to think of, you know, the sense of sight or the sense of hearing in terms of divine, you know, oh, I've heard the sound of rushing waters, and I've seen the light, you know, but you can also sense the divine with the sense of taste, the sense of touch. In fact, you know, I do massage therapy, and what I move towards with every session that I give is when I touch someone, I want them to know that there is something beyond just this touch. It's this sublime essence that we're sharing together in that moment.
You're so good.
You know.
You are.
And
Well, Greg, I've always explained Greg's massages as when you close your eyes, it really is as if an angel is touching you. You don't, you know, for people who are like put off by a male therapist, if they're a male or if they're a woman and they have issues, I always say Greg surpasses gender. His being, it is
true.
so angelic. You just feel love.
It's true.
yeah, thank you for that.
Really, it's true.
Oh, it is so true.
It's so true. It really
Oh,
does.
shucks.
Oh, shucks.
You know,
Oh,
shucks.
Gosh darn it. Gosh golly.
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 But you know, I say, you know, speaking of, you know, taking praise, when Elliot was taking her piano lessons and she was learning piano, and she would do the recitals, and they were taught to come afterwards, and people would applaud. You know, I always said to her, you know, take the praise, take it. You deserve it. It's an honoring of yourself. Please just take it, bow, and say thank you, and then sit down. But really take in that group of that praise, and we have to do that as children. We have to remember to do that. There's a play of praise and gratitude and beauty that goes on, and if we all stand stoic as, you know, stoic adults and go, no, yes, I'm above praise. I'm above giving gratitude. You know, it just is what it is. We're missing out on the beauty of life, this beautiful flow of events. So let's go back and finish this.
Okay.
Almost finished with this mantra. This shadowless light of Samadhi. Oh, we didn't say this. As is the ascended Master Jesus. To this shadowless light, its feeling, tone, and state of knowing, that I am that never sleeps and enjoys all, now and forever. And then, of course, in the Samadhi Game Manifesto, we have pictures of different things, Jesus, and sometimes there's a picture of me in here even. But, you know, you can change the pictures if you like. You can, when you have it on your own computer, you can drag in a picture of Buddha or of your child or of
Divine Mother.
you. Put yourself right there. Remember, you're that. You know, this is that we've got to start identifying. We can no longer in this day and age allow the great masters to be on a pedestal alone. They're getting lonely up there. Let's all work to, you know, give them the company that they deserve for the hard work that they gave to live in this plane of being as enlightened beings. We too can do the same thing.
Oh.
So, do your children like to sing?
Yeah, sometimes. Yesterday I had a friend over who's a musician. You might have met her, Audrey, at my birthday party. And so we were going to sing, and Bodhi has opted out of camp this summer. He'd rather be with me. So he joined
nice.
us, and we ended up doing some adult tunes and some kid tunes. And so Bodhi, yeah, it was fun. We did Yellow Submarine, which was kind of kid-like, and then we did Lazy Day, and we did Dumb Ways to Die. These are all like kid songs that are popular these days. So Yeah, Bodhi kind of hums
Is
in the background.
PJ training any of them in with the guitar or anything
I mean,
like that?
Bodhi's done some bass lessons and he took drum lessons, and Christo's not. Christo likes to dance. Christo's a dancer, and the little guys just dance at this point. But Bodhi dabbles with the instruments, and we sing.
Because
and-
Dad's a great example of
He's
is PJ still
awesome.
working with the on a regular basis, or is he?
Well, he plays pretty regularly around the house. Yeah, he doesn't play out. We're so busy with the kids and
Yeah.
the business and everything. But we try to keep the music alive in the house and sing and dance.
Nice.
And what is that? Gungam? Do you know what I'm talking about? The Asian guy that does Gungam
Yeah.
style dance.
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam style.
Yeah.
Christo
Oh,
loves
really?
that.
We have to show
Dante
me.
sent that to me, I guess, 2 months ago. He goes, "Mom, this is the most popular." Because I always ask, what kids are listening to now?"
Right. So we dance around, and Christo does that bunny hop, you
Yeah.
know, and so anyway, yeah, they do love. They love.
Okay,
music.
well let's too, you and I and all of us here, let's get like little children and sing this little song. It's a
Okay.
little song it's actually from India, but we've translated it so we can understand what we're saying. So let's go ahead and sing it in Indian, just to pretend we're Indians. We're from India, and
Okay.
we speak Sanskrit all the time. So, Om Namah Shivaya Guruve Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanshaya Shantaya Nilalambaya Tejase.
You're good, Greg. I could not do that.
could I. That's why I
could
just-
do Om Namah Shivaya, and that's where it
Yeah,
stopped.
right.
And I just looked at him like,
That was very
"How
good.
do you do that?" Yeah.
One of the reasons that I did this, I put this in here, is because I wanted to underscore. You know, everyone always goes, I'm going to go meditate with the great Guru, and he's going to speak in Sanskrit and speak the Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit, and it's going to be very enlightening for me. And then we go and we listen to them speak in Sanskrit, and we listen, and then we chant in Sanskrit, and all the time we're chanting, we're going, I wonder what I'm saying.
Right.
I really wonder what am I saying? I mean, I know they're holy vibrations, and and everyone's singing with such love because it's so good to be in this holy vibration. But I wonder what they're saying. Are they saying, I'm going to go down to the store today and get some eggs and bacon.
Could be. I like the translation.
I want all you people out of here. I have things to do.
In Hawaii, I got to say, you know how they have the hula dancers, and then the hula, and they'd sing in the ancient Hawaiian tongue, and you'd be watching the Hawaiian dancers, and they actually would do that. They would actually say that.
I want you
Because
guys to
Time to
leave.
go home now.
No, because they didn't. There's a thing called haoles. We were
They
the
don't like the
haoles,
white
and you don't
people,
like the
right.
white people, and so the white people would come and sit there and be eating their poo-poos and drinking their
Coconut things.
mai tais, and they'd be singing, and the hula dancer would be dancing, and they would be saying, "Wish you would go home now. Wish you would go home. We don't want you here anymore. Wish you would go home." That was the actual. They were singing, and everyone would be going, "Isn't it lovely?
Isn't it so beautiful?
Isn't it sweet?"
You can get any message across with love.
True.
And
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
tone, good tonal harmony,
Yeah.
rhythm.
So with this mantra in Hindi, I mean, it has its syllables, Guruve, Satchidananda Murtaye. But, we don't really know what it's saying unless you've been studying Sanskrit for some time. So let's go and let's read the translation of it and see that it's saying the same thing that we say here in Samadhi Game. This was written thousands of years ago. I bow to the Samadhi within myself, known as Lord Shiva, that is the true teacher. This Samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness, and bliss. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. I bow to the Samadhi within myself, known as Lord Shiva, and that could be Lord Christ, that could be Lord Krishna, that could be Lord John Smith down the street. That is the true teacher. This Samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness, and bliss. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. One more time. I bow to the Samadhi within myself, known as Lord Shiva, that is the true teacher. This Samadhi that I am takes the form of truth, consciousness, and bliss. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am always present and full of peace. I am completely free and I sparkle with the divine luster. And so we've just assumed that consciousness. We've just sang that little ditty just like children. And it's really, that's how it is. It's how it's been ever since the beginning of the spiritual path, wherever they've done it. However they've done it, they've always been advertising to themselves the innocence of the child, this loving innocence of a child. So, I don't know. Oh, and isn't that great, too?
It is nice. It's baby your perfume for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go cut a whole bunch off so that the plant can grow. These are the first blooms.
Nice.
Maybe today, maybe after Samadhi game, we'll go out and cut bunches and give one to Christy and let her take one home.
Yeah, lovely.
You know, because we want
Sunny mellow lavender.
Yeah.
Yes.
we just planted these lavenders, you know, in May, and we want them to get their root structure down.
Yeah.
And if they're blooming, you know, they're sending all their energy up into the blooms. So we want to get their, so we're going to cut off all of the blooms and trim them, you know. Because they could go a little bit longer before they're trimmed, but I think...
Lavender Festival. I want you guys to come to the Lavender Festival.
When is it? Is it happening now?
Village.
Where is that?
It's in Los Ranchos.
It's just down the street from you.
Oh.
Yeah, and the barn dance is July 12th,
nice.
Friday night. I really want you guys to come.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta
We
go
love
to the
that.
website, and you
We
guys
have to dance.
come.
Is there dance? The huge
Yes,
dancing.
there's a band and everything.
We're dancing.
Tickets,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a fun. No, you guys have to come. We'll have so
Okay.
much fun.
Super. And it's
Wear
right
a
before
mini
we go to
skirt, and
Croatia.
cowboy boots.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Got it. I got it.
You do
I love
have
her
it. I
in
know
mini
you
skirts
do.
and cowboy
That's
boots.
right. That's right.
My
That's
little
the vibe.
cowgirl.
Yeah.
Hee-haw.
We're gonna dance like kids.
There you go.
We're gonna have fun.
Kick up our heels.
We're gonna have a good time.
We leave 3 days after that. Can we find places to dance in Croatia?
Of course, but it's different types of dancing. It's kind of like what they did last night. You know, you have to do waltzing.
No, we can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can grab that waltz and
Okay.
pull you through that.
I'm really uncoordinated. We'll see. I'll
One of
break
the-
into.
One of the things that with Samadhi game, you
And
know, we
Elaine,
practice this.
Did you phone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse
That's
me.
okay.
I'll silence it.
No, it's
No,
all
it's
right.
okay.
It's
Is
all
it
right.
okay?
That's a
It's
nice
okay.
tone.
No, you
Nice
can read
tone.
it. You can get it.
It's lovely. You can answer it. In fact, maybe it's one of your children calling.
So,
One of the things with Samadhi game is that, I get calls from.
hijacked yesterday.
what?
My email was
Yeah,
hijacked.
I
So I've
noticed.
been
I
getting. Did you
noticed.
notice I'm in Greece actually, and I need like $3,000. So when people call, I've been saying I'm in New Mexico, but I am taking donations. I'd like some new outdoor furniture, and I'm taking donations, but I'm here.
That's funny.
Anyway, I got a call from somebody, probably a friend
So-
in Georgia. People have been calling from all
Yeah.
over the country. Are
That's
you
what happened to
okay?
my sister.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
they hacked.
I'm lost in Rome. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Can't get
took
back
my
home.
wallet. I'm stuck. Please
I
send me.
thought she really doesn't want to come to this morning. She really wants to. You know, she's out, not just out, busy. She's out of the country.
And hijacked.
I got that email and I
Oh
thought,
gosh.
you're in Greece? Didn't you plan on being here? Why would you go to Greece if you were going to be here?
No, I haven't been to Greece since I was 16, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, that
is.
was probably a friend
Somebody
in
saying,
Georgia
"Oh my
saying,
God,
"Are you
yeah."
really there? I'm going to send the money." Don't send the money. Yeah.
No.
That's good.
New lawn furniture fund.
It's funny.
Barbara, meet Christy LaMariana. Barbara just came online. She's one of the Samadhi Game manifestors.
Hi, Barbara.
And Barbara lives right down the street from you. Just really a short.
Really?
And Barbara, you'll have to come to the dance on
July
12th.
12th. Or the 4th of July party on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're having a party on the 4th of July,
Okay.
and then there's,
All right.
you know, Barbara, the Lavender in the Village. Can we actually talk to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she can hear you right now.
Lavender in the Village, and then we're going to go to the barn dance on Friday night. You'll have to come and kick up your cowboy boots with
Friday
us.
the 12th, right?
Friday the 12th.
Of
You get the
June,
tickets
July.
online at the Lavender in the Village website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And just so
Wait,
you-
Barbara's still sick. I wonder, Barbara, do you have the same thing I had? I hope I told you I felt contagious.
No, you weren't. Confused.
Okay.
Can she talk back to us?
No, but she can write it.
Just write it. She
Yeah,
can't
she
talk
does
back.
have the flu, I believe.
Oh,
One of these
I
days,
see.
we're going to get it so that we can talk. We're going to get the technology to the point where.
Wait, I met you at Whole Foods? Did
Yes,
I-
you must have met at Whole Foods at
Oh,
the
just the
massage
other
chair.
day.
She has
Oh,
blonde hair.
Hi, yes, we just met.
Yeah.
Hi, I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is all good understanding to know that if you're into Samadhi game and you really like Samadhi game, there's a community of people here in New Mexico where we have a lot of fun together. We like to hang out together, and we like to spend time not only meditating together and spending time affirming who we really are together, but also dancing and singing and loving together in a way that makes it easier to live life better and makes it more elegant, makes life more elegant. So,
Hi.
hi.
I was just trying to read what she said. She also met you when Ed, her husband Ed is a sculptor. He does ironwork.
I'm sure you've seen his sculptures.
So she went last year
She
to
lives
the...
Yeah.
She lives
She
on
went
Rio
last year?
Grande, just before you get to the freeway.
Okay.
And you might see if you look to the right as you're going towards the freeway, you'll see his sculptures down the driveway. These big metal sculptures, and he did that sculpture. What's the turnabout, Barbara? There's a turnabout on Indian School,
and
a
12th.
turnabout, and there's that sculpture in the middle of it. He did that one.
Okay.
In school in 12.
It's a big, huge sculpture. It looks like something from Mars.
It looks like north, south, east, west, and it looks like a tank or
Like
something.
a
in the center.
compass?
It looks
Yeah.
like a compass, kind of.
Neat.
Brand new installation.
Cool.
Yeah, so. But let's go on. Let's give another mantra of Samadhi game. Let's surround ourselves. Let's, again, like children. We're playing today like children. We're allowing ourselves to feel like we're putting on the armor. We're going to put on armor. I'm going to hold the breastplate in front of
so
me.
childlike.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus loves me.
This I know,
for the Bible
Tells me so.
Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me.
The Bible tells me so. Anyway, this
Just
Jesus
pen.
pen.
Yeah, it's just so
that's from his
cute.
mom. But it writes so good
It's
that
a
we
very,
always
very, very
we
nice
always
pen.
say, "Where's Jesus?"
My mom
Because
What
this is the best
Great
pen ever.
pen. I just
Yeah.
looked down and it said Jesus loves you, and
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
very,
The Sunday school.
That's a Sunday school thing. And
That's
what's
the
the other
Sunday school
wonderful
song.
childlike Sunday school song? When Christo fell and got Christo's our
Jesus
oldest
loves
son.
the little children,
All the children of the world.
red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children.
Now the world.
Well, he cracked his head open a
Yeah.
few days before. I can't remember who was being born. I think Judah. There's so many of them. Anyway, he had to get stitches, and they were doing the Novocaine, and he's laying under the thing. He was at Prince of Peace, okay, for kindergarten, right? So he was learning all of these things, and they had
That's where Elliot went to school.
They have the cover over his head and just a little slit, and all of a sudden you hear him go, "This little light of mine,
I'm gonna let it shine."
He's singing that in the hospital.
Great.
Oh, that's
He's
awesome.
trying to get his mind off of having a needle
Yeah,
stuck in
that
his
was
forehead.
It was sweet.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Elliot went to Prince of Peace, which is a Lutheran, school, Christian school.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the fact that she went there because they shared, the little innocent songs like that, and quotes from the Bible. Even though the interpretations that they would give were, in my estimation, falling far short of really the truth of what they say.
The message was
But the idea is that they got to see and read some of that material. And that, Elliot, look at her now. She's like taking all that information, all that knowledge of the Bible, and she's translating it herself now in a way that is real,
Yes.
that is honest to its real purpose, its real meaning. But that structuring, that memorizing, that understanding of the historical context with which we live. We live in this context of Christianity and Hinduism and of organized religious concepts, and of these masters' words being subverted in certain ways so that they become controllable rather than freedom for everyone. But it's important to know that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of more
She's
serious.
really
than
been really blessed with her whole educational experience on the mountain. She really
yeah,
has.
yeah.
And
she
took
has.
obviously what was really great and left the rest behind.
Yeah, you wouldn't. You're going to meet her. She's going to be here today. You're going to see her. I'm sure you haven't seen her
I've
for
known
a
her
while.
since she was little. I just
Yeah, I
haven't
know.
seen her in
I've seen her
a
for a
long
long
time.
time, and she's really matured, amazing. You're going to be so surprised and so amazed.
What time is she coming?
10.
10 o'clock. She'll be here.
And she actually comes at 9:45.
Good,
9:45 because
perfect.
she teaches us. She's going
sounds
to teach us
good.
yoga on the. We'll do the yoga on the grass.
If you
tomorrow.
can, if you can't,
I'm going to stay to see
Okay.
Elliot. I don't know how. I'm
Just a
still
little bit of yoga, just
nursing
so you-
Val,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I might need
upside
to.
down.
Just
and
a
you
little
can't
bit
do
of
that.
yoga.
Oh no,
Just
I
a
can do
Okay.
yoga.
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
might need to get home
Milk.
to him. Yeah, right. Milk. Right. Milk.
Yeah,
Milk calls. Right. So we'll see what
we'll see.
happens.
Okay.
Yeah, but I definitely want to see Elliot.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
try to get on into
She'll
the
come in. She'll be here in half hour.
Good.
because she's in her. She's just so
probably still be here.
composed and so.
Oh, I can't wait to see her.
And she plans out her.
Gracious.
She plans
Yeah.
out her lesson.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
The innocence of a child. I hope that she can keep it. I hope that all of our children can keep it through their adulthood. My dad used to say, he'd say, what did I want to tell you? It was about this innocence, and I don't know exactly the quote, but I would say, Dad, I'm not exactly sure, what it is I want to do. He says, don't worry about it. Just enjoy yourself. You're young. Enjoy your life. And I think he knew the secret that in enjoyment, in the passion that you have for whatever that you're doing, out of that will flow the perfect lifestyle, the perfect life plan, the perfect life pattern. So stay attuned rather than forcing yourself into a matrix which is predominantly dictated by the industrial revolution of society right now in our educational systems. So rather than forcing yourself into that system, we allow our gift to emerge from our hearts, that from the innocence of that heart. So
I have a question, Greg.
Sure.
I don't know if it would be appropriate. I remember you teaching me it was a technique called 4 squares or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you could sort of use that technique to really hit home this topic today of the innocence of a child. Is that possible to infuse that
we
in
can
there?
actually do that. We can. Why don't we, here, babe, you're the excellent handwriter here. Why don't you write down, first of all, what we do is we write a square on the paper.
Okay.
Barbara knows this. And at the top...
It's been years since you led me in one of these. And it
Yeah.
used to be on the table.
Yeah.
I didn't really ever see it because we were always on the table. So
And at the top of the square, the top 2 squares, we write desire for and fear of. And then the
Okay.
same thing at the bottom, desire for and fear of.
okay.
And then we can say we're talking about innocence.
So to
So-
be childlike and innocent, desire for
Desire for innocence, or childlike innocence. Childlike innocence.
Okay.
And the fear of childlike innocence.
Okay.
And what's the opposite of childlike innocence?
Adult
Arrogance?
seriousness.
Adult.
I don't know what's the opposite of innocence. Yeah.
Innocence would be
Jadedness.
jaded,
Jadedness,
jaded adult. Desire for jaded adult.
Okay.
Fear of jaded adult.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you
And
do?
so what we go through these 4 squares, and Barbara, if you have any suggestions, just write them down.
What's the desire for childlike innocence? You're happy, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Happy, fun, free,
Trusting,
trusting, protected,
Innocent.
safe,
Oh, my goodness.
safe.
creative. This is like saying, God consciousness.
Yeah.
It's almost like saying that, but it really isn't, because we're getting caught in that. We can't get caught in any one of these squares, and we can't deny any one of these squares, any one of them.
Okay.
This is the interesting thing, because when we do this, we'll think jaded adult. No one wants to be a jaded adult. No. Politically correct, it's to be here. But we want to, okay, now let's just, we could go
Okay.
on and on and on filling this one in.
Okay.
Let's go the fear of childlike innocence.
Being taken advantage of.
Taken advantage of. Hurt.
Hurt.
Misled.
Wait.
Abused.
Bullied. It's a big thing now.
Bullied.
Bullied.
Exactly.
Bullied.
Not being able to trust. Lack of trust.
Yeah.
Confused.
Being taken advantage. I already said
Immature.
that. Yeah, immature. Yeah, being perceived as immature.
Immature.
But we
Stupid. Even stupid.
Being silly.
Silly.
Yeah, silly.
Silly. Irrelevant.
Okay.
Fear
what
of
else?
childlike innocence is criticism. You'd be criticized. You'd be condemned,
Condemned. Okay.
judged.
judged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we go to the other side. We could go on, and actually,
Yeah.
it's good to do, to really get deep and put these pages, on the table, and keep working on it throughout the day. And just as soon as you think of something, come over, pick up the Jesus pen, and
that's a good idea.
write some more down. And now we go to desire for the jaded adult. What's the payoff? There is a payoff.
Well,
of being
because
a
I'm
jaded adult.
protected. I
I'm
am
strong.
correct,
I'm sure,
mature,
I'm
politically correct,
I'm cautious.
cautious,
I'm
intellectual.
I'm intellectual. I'm respected.
I'm smart.
I'm smart. I'm in control.
Worldly.
Worldly. I can. I can.
Yeah, nobody can pull the wool over my eyes.
Yeah,
sort
we even
of
say that.
thing.
Nobody can pull the wool over my eyes.
Barb wrote some stuff.
And
Oh, yeah, Barb. A sucker, sarcastic. Yeah.
a childlike innocence is sucker. So you put that there. Childlike innocence is. Let's see, sarcastic. Yes, sarcastic. This is
Sarcasm,
sarcastic
yeah.
here. Sarcastic is here, and the jaded adult is sarcastic.
So
Okay,
fear
so
of being
fear.
a jaded adult, of fear of losing my innocence.
Or jaded adult could be witty as well.
Yeah.
A witty.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of actually good qualities. It's nice to
Yeah.
be witty.
You could have a dry sense of humor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So a dry sense of humor, you can write that in there.
Fear of being a jaded adult.
It's jaded adult is sexy. There's a certain sexiness to it,
Okay.
And then fear of being a jaded adult.
Oh, you become jaded. You
yeah.
don't want to become
You look
hardened.
hard. Yeah.
Hardened.
you
Calloused.
know, calloused, lack of joy.
That's where I would put sarcasm. Actually,
Yeah,
sarcastic.
sarcasm goes there, yeah.
Sarcasm.
Like a curmudgeon, like a grumpy
Curmudgeon,
old
yeah,
man,
grumpy.
angry, guarded,
What
guarded
do
in
they say about
relationships. A
Christmas?
closed heart.
What is it when the Grinch?
Oh.
What is
He's
it?
a Grinch. He's a
But
he's
humbug.
old
Humbug.
fogey
Who's-
stogie.
Yeah.
But guarded, closed heart.
Yeah.
It's like
Closed
closed heart
heart,
versus
yeah.
open heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, open heart should
goes
go up
right
here.
there.
Open heart here.
Open heart.
Okay. Now the
So-
center.
So we get these we see all the frequencies, and these are not all of them. I mean, there's thousands, but they're limited. Believe me, they're limited. These are frequencies that are being used by all of us right now. They're inside of us. They're in our consciousness. They're creating magnets. This is a magnet. We have polarity, positive and negative. And in each side of the magnet, when you hold a magnet to some things, it'll push it away, and it'll attract some things. So that's the fear and the desire on this side of the magnet, and you have the fear and the desire. Turn the magnet around, same thing.
Okay.
Fear and desire on the other side. So there's a positive and negative to each positive and negative pole of being. That's what this square is. Now, there really are the Chinese say the 10,000 things. The 10,000 things. There's only 10,000 things of ego. The rest is infinite I am. Infinite oneness, infinite truth, infinite love, infinite joy. On and on is infinite. But only 10,000 of these things. And when you do squares over and over and over again, you'll find this, we call this the ESP process for short. Enlightenment with Squares process, ESP. So this is like, you start to see through ESP the repetition of certain qualities and vibrations.
And do you mean by repetition almost like they flow
They start to
into the sameness?
almost the same sort of pattern. Desire for the jaded adult is also the desire for the status quo. And then
Well, you have to have in your life. You have to have. Sometimes you have to be in a square, but you have to be able to get out of it. Like you want to be a childlike innocence, but not in all situations.
Not in all situations. This is great for when we go to the party and do the barn dancing and and all this. But you need this when
need
you're
this
when
when
you're
you're on
when
the
you're
streets of
hiking
New York.
streets of New York, or you're hiking on a steep mountainside, or you're preparing for a talk in front of 10,000 people. Talking about Samadhi game in front of 10,000 people. You need to be like
You
a
can't
little
be
bit
talking
aware.
like your fairy voice.
No.
Now,
What a perfect
how
balance.
would you like to live in fairyland
You
now?
would definitely be kicked.
Would you like that?
Get him off the stage! So there's a place for each one of these frequencies.
Okay.
And to enjoy all phases of the wheel of karma is the place of the middle here.
Yeah, now what's the
Your-
center?
The center of being, of childlike innocence and jaded adult, is,
Reason?
well, it could be, simple as love. It could be reason. It could be reasons. Reason is beautiful. It could be God reason. You could just say reason.
You have to know when to. You have to know when to pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
But
It
how
could
do
be
you get there?
discrimination. It could be discrimination. It could be intelligence.
Discretion.
You could write any one of those things in the middle.
But which one are you gonna pick?
You all choose.
What's the center?
I
Like how do you get?
said reason? I liked how you said kind of discretionary reason.
Because then when we write that here,
I liked reason. I thought that was nice.
I don't know how special.
It's good.
And then this goes that connects all these together. You just have to have integrity to switch.
We take
Lovely.
the pin and we write it through the entire as a spiral, a Fibonacci spiral, moving through the entire piece of all four quadrants. So that is the square process. Excuse me.
Drink some tea.
Yes, thank you.
Drink it up.
Chocolate.
It was good. So that is the discretionary reason, and that is how squares work. It allows us to actually sit in the middle and be artists of the spirit, artists, and really become abundant in our lives. Jesus said it that way. He said, "I have come that ye may have life, and that more abundantly." Life is this flow of prana, this life force. And flow doesn't happen unless it's dual. If it's one, it just stays in one place, one. I'm going to do a pantomime of oneness for you, okay? Here goes.
Oh my gosh.
That's oneness. It's the father principle. The father principle is oneness. And you wouldn't have any. There would be no reason to go to the store. There would be no reason to put paint on a canvas. No reason to talk about samadhi online. There would be all oneness.
Yeah.
And so life has this beautiful mechanism called duality. It allows for things to move and flow. And the idea is to have gracefulness and meaning in that flow. To the depth of our hearts, the meaning all the way to infinity. Infinite meaning. So that it all becomes beautiful and gorgeous and wonderful. And the way that we can do that is by becoming aware of the palette of life. This is the palette of life. All of that childlike innocence, all of that jaded adult, it's all the palette of life. And we can use it as need be in every situation to create lives that are really examples of creativity for our children. So today we're talking a lot about this childlike innocence, about children, about how we can live as children, about how we play, how we love, wisdom, moderation, dance. And again, I just love getting her on the dance floor.
She looks so good. Just on the dance floor.
So that is the process that I've and the way that it sets samadhi to give us a little bit of context for it. This is kind of hard when you start looking at these squares, because you start to get attracted. You can even feel yourself like, really attracted to this square here. And then sometimes, but in the moments as we give these things, you can also see, witty. I might like to be this jaded. Respected. You might get a lot out of that one. That's pretty cool. And but wait a second. You can start to see how you start to move in this. You kind of go like this. You kind of go from fear here. You go, wait a second. I got to go back over here, and then you go, no. I'm not really quite sure about that. And then you go from here, fear of. You want to say, I want this child. Oh no, and then come over here. So you get caught up in this figure eight flow of dual human ego. It just goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
That's actually the process, because if you're having so much fun and you're playing with kids, or you're just being silly and you're being innocent, then someone walks in and you feel embarrassed, which is here.
Yeah, we have to
We
write
should
that.
write embarrassed. Yeah.
And through that embarrassment, you yank yourself out and decide, I think I have to be a
Yeah,
little
I
more
better
protected.
shape up.
And then you get to be where you're too, snub-nosed, and you go to here, and you see yourself as this now, and you go a little bit more
Becoming
there.
clear now.
I can
It's
see.
all becoming
You know what's
clear
funny
to
with the
me.
embarrassing? Sometimes we'll be in the grocery store, and if music is playing and I'll start dancing, Bodhi will be like, wow,
Mom,
like he's embarrassed. He's the kid embarrassed of
Oh,
me,
yeah.
just
Oh,
getting
yeah.
down at Whole Foods.
Dante too, like if a soccer game. Yeah.
So I'm getting my
Yeah.
oranges, And sometimes if I'm singing,
food
they'll be like,
dance.
stop singing,
Yeah.
stop singing. I'm like, why?
What did you call it?
The food dance.
Yeah, the food dance. That's right.
Dance.
Oh, they have the pomegranates.
Barb wanted you to do that mine again.
Do that mime
Of oneness.
of
Okay,
oneness.
Here.
Do the
Here, I'll do the mime of oneness again. Okay, this is opposed to the food dance, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to mime what oneness is, okay? This is really an important mime to understand what it is.
I'm feeling it. Is that this right here? Is that the jaded adult mime?
No, that's a oneness. Well, I was saying while you were refreshing, I was saying that this is an important thing. If it wasn't for duality, that's what we'd be. There'd be no place to go, nothing to do. If we are all in oneness,
Yeah.
No, you have no
should
personality.
I don't need to really speak to you.
Yeah. Just communicating right there.
We don't need to
Maybe
kiss
that's
anymore.
right. We could just sit there and
You just assume. But just
assume
think.
the assume the position.
Yeah.
Assume the position.
Kissing is gone.
Done.
Hugging, over with.
Don't need it.
Don't need
You're
it.
completely full.
Food, irrelevant.
Yeah.
How about that tree?
Breathing, why am I even moving the lungs?
I've surpassed all necessity.
So the idea is to know oneness. The oneness is that discriminating reason. It is the Christ. It is that Krishna. It's that the point that stands in the middle of all things. I am all things to all people. I am all things to all vibrations. I am aware of. I can artfully. When you go to see a great acupuncturist or a Chinese herbalist, he's not going to give you, this medicine is a medicine of oneness. It is neutral in all ways. No, he's not going to give you that. He's going to give you ginseng, or he's going to give you
A bit of a poison.
something that's really yin, or something that's a bit of a poison, because that will balance what you need. So a great healer will say, you need hard touch. No, you need really soft touch. In fact, in this massage that I give, you need both right now, but they need to be administered in a way that becomes a symphony for you right now. and that's healing. That's how healing takes place, rather than just saying, I'm going to give you oneness. And then there's nothing happens.
Yeah.
So it's important to have a grasp of this. But I must say that in the context of the Samadhi game, very few of us have this grasp. And getting the grasp of this is somewhat painful, because you have to look at all sides. You have to kind of let down the attachments that you have in order to see all sides of the wheel of karma. This is the wheel of karma that the Buddha talks about. You have to see all sides of it, and as you see all sides of it, you can sit more in the middle and choose wisely which one you will take in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it sits. That's the reasoning for it. Let's give a mantra.
Okay.
I don't even think we gave this one yet. We talked about it. Let's give it. Let's give the opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world. Sublime I am, Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance.
My identification
With its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light, blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame. In, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with a tangible substance, living awareness and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am Samadhi. And if you were a child, would you just run through the house with your let me put this back here,
Cape.
with your cape once?
No.
And would you say I am Superman only once?
No.
No, you'd run through and say it again
All day
and again and again until you had satisfied that inner sense that that's who I am. So let's go ahead and give it again. Let's give the mantra again. Let's say it
I
again.
guess I have to call Dante whatever he's dressed up as. Oh, Spider-Man's here. He had one of those finger pricks for
Yeah.
blood thing,
Yeah.
and in order to get it, the nurse said to him, "This is what happened to Spider-Man, you picked because remember, and he got bit, and the next, so Dante woke up and he goes, tss, tss. He goes, Mom, it didn't work." He really kids become characters. So.
Yeah, they do.
And so we can become this pillar of light, this pillar of the world. Let's say it again. Sublime I am, Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light, blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame. In, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego, charging my world and all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant One, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am Samadhi. Rubbing the hands together, and holding them up and blessing everyone here and everyone online and everyone in the archived visioning of this show. And even giving this mantra like my daughter Elliot would give it, she goes,
Beautiful.
And then we'll finish the mantra with this little last affirmation, pulling it all home. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. And this is what it looks like all around you now.
Wow. Like that picture.
Greg, eternity was my password, and I had to change my password after I got hacked into, and I was so bummed because
Wait, just the other day, you mean?
just this morning.
Oh, well, what
Yesterday,
did,
whenever
what
I
did you
did-
change it to?
I know.
Oh yeah, right. Childlike innocence.
But do you know how you got hacked in? Did you open a bad email by mistake?
I have no idea.
That happened to my sister.
What kind of computer do
No
you have?
idea. A Mac.
You have a Mac and it was hacked?
Hack with
Isn't that
hat.
bizarre?
That's really bizarre.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest
Yeah.
thing.
That happened to my sister, and then they got a hold of all our client lists from our emails.
You got another offer
could
for
be one
money.
of
Okay.
Probably offering us money. Yeah, that happened to my sister.
I don't like hearing that Mac was
Hundreds
hacked.
people were calling her going, "What are you doing in Rio?"
Aw.
That really disturbs me. I love Macintosh, and Macintosh doesn't get
Yeah.
hacked. You're mistaken. You didn't get hacked.
Dude, you got the letter from me in Greece. Anyway,
I did.
eternity is my home. Eternity was my password, and now it's not anymore.
Well, but you can make it.
But it's another good one, I
better.
bet.
You know what the Sanskrit word for eternity is? It was one of my girl names. I didn't have a girl. Anantya. Isn't
Anantya.
that beautiful?
Yes.
I wonder if that's the password.
Anantya. No, I wouldn't have said it if it was.
Anantya, that's
So
a
maybe we
pretty
could just Anantya. Maybe
Isn't
we
that
could
beautiful?
sing Anantya.
Anantya.
Anantya. Anantya. We believe. Anantya.
Eternity. Eternity we believe.
That's nice.
That's beautiful.
Yay.
So good. Let's just sit for a few moments. Let's just sit. Now, I talk a lot about how wonderful it is to do the mantras, and I often I think, like I'm dissing silent meditation. I'm not. But I think that we have to have the structure, the matrix, to understand where silent meditation takes us, and understand how we can draw out of that place of samadhi the gift that we're to give gone. We can't just let it sit there. Samadhi game is about bringing it into physical manifestation. So let's just sit for a few moments with the breath, with the childlike innocence, and absorb the ideas that we've been speaking about, and absorb the innocence of the children, and feel how we can dance today.
Trees standing firm, hold the secret of inner power. Give us when tested strength to endure. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing.
Stars send a message of light through
sing. Mountains remote and still, hinted higher worlds unseen, so may our lives be soaring and serene. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may see. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in
Everything. Let's dance for this last 30 seconds.
that the world once more may see. Rivers seek passage unhindered by rock or tree, so may our lives flow steadfast toward the sea. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may see. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may see. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may see.
Beautiful. So we want to thank you for coming and joining us. Christy, thank you for being here and bringing the innocence of your children with you and sharing, continuing to share the friendship that we know. I really appreciate you being here. And I'm glad that I could share some of the sort of the formal aspects of Samadhi game with you. I've never been able to sit down with you and do this, so this is really, really a superb blessing for me. And we're going to be giving Samadhi game again, probably, I don't know what we have on the schedule. What was tonight? Was there something happening tonight? I can't remember.
dancing. I'm so stiff.
I know tomorrow Barbara's coming, and we're going to do morning meditation with Barbara, and then we're going to take off for hiking.
Was Nathan coming sometime?
And Nathan's possibly going to come tomorrow. I think possibly Doug's coming tonight, so we might do a little session with him tonight online. So
You
keep
want
in
to do
tune.
energy work, you said, right?
Energy work. We might actually do some massage energy work with the group that's here tonight. So, and then tomorrow the hike in the mountains with Barbara.
What's that
Barbara,
called?
call me, and
Yeah.
we'll arrange the times and everything for that. And remember, July 12th is a barn dance, and we'll all go to that.
I think it just
You have to
needs-
get tickets. You got to go to Lavender in the Village website
Okay.
and get your tickets
Great.
for the barn dance for the Lavender Festival in Los Ranchos. And Barbara, Greg can tell you how to get to our house if you want to come 4th of July at 2 o'clock. It's going to be very childlike. We're going to have a big water slide and a bounce house and
Barbara has a pool too, and we get real childlike at her house too when we go
cool.
swimming. So
We'll
you
dance
guys
and
you
play
guys will like
music
each
and-
other a lot.
okay. Well, you're totally welcome.
So thank you for joining us in Samadhi Game. We're going to sign off now and let you enjoy the rest of the day.
Namaste.
And, namaste, and
Namaste.
eternity and
Anantya.
Anantya.
I love that
to
word,
you all.
Anantya.
Anantya, eternity. May it bless you for eternity. So, ciao.
Bye.
I'll tell the world I don't have money, but life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside. I'll tell the world I don't have money, but life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: is wonderful, and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside. I'll tell the world I don't have money, but life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside. I'll tell the world I don't have money, but life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside. I'll tell the world I don't have money, but life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside.
Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so wise men say. Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so wise men say. Give me a light to light my way.
Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so light my way. Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so light my way. Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so light my way. Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so wise men say. Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so light my way. Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so light my way. Give me a light to light my way. Truth is the light, so light my way. Give me a light to light my way.